emergency, you have the air. Shut down. I think you're holding off the shot clock. Officer 3751 South Polk at a 10-1.
This has been a very tragic year for the families here in Chicago and across the country. Now, prior to this lockdown, 3 years prior to be exact, homicides and shootings decreased each year about 10%. And the communities here in Chicago were making strides forward in a positive direction. And then the lockdown came, and it pushed them back 10 feet. And now we have what was originally created in a lot of these communities, the desperate society. And we don't know what's going to happen with the desperate society. People are worried about feeding themselves and their kids and where they're going to live. And that type of desperation has consequences most can't even begin to imagine. I don't claim to know everything, and I don't, but I'll tell you one thing. I know this is going to be real painful for everybody. Before I close this video, I want to share one last thing with you. In September, the Brian Schodorf documentary, Chicago at the Crossroad, was nominated for multiple Emmy Awards. Now, Brian had 7 nominations, and I had 3 nominations. And in late November, Chicago at the Crossroad swept the Emmys. Brian won 5, and I had the trifecta. I won all 3. When I watched the presentation, I knew it was good. And I also knew my footage would bring the hard reality that was needed to the project. So I agreed. And I have to admit, I had selfish reasons for joining this project. Because the overall documentary exposed a very bad policy that had decades-long tragic consequences that are still negatively affecting the communities today. And I also knew this piece of work would get the national attention this desperate situation truly deserves. And I want to now thank Brian for the opportunity to have been part of this project. After I received these awards, I sat and stared at them for a couple of days because there was something unsettled about them. I couldn't put my finger on it. And then it hit me. There are some people that are very close to me that are partially responsible for these Emmy Awards. First is my granddaughter Bailey. It's because of her that I hit the streets in search of the truth, because I felt her future was in jeopardy. She would have been 15 this year. Rest in peace, honey. And then there's my fiancée Maggie, the lady that stood by me for over a decade while I was away from her summer after summer, most weekends, and damn near every holiday, year after year. I know she worried about me all the time, but she never said a word. And I know she believed in what I was doing and why I was doing it. She is my greatest supporter. Thanks, Max. And then there's my guy, Sprite. He would wait patiently for me to come home night after night. And after a tragic night in the killing fields, his companionship and loyalty made it tolerable. He was my best friend, and I could not have done this without them. Most of you know why I'm out here, doing what it is I do. And it's not for awards, or fame, or money. I was sent here to make a difference, no matter the cost. These statues represent something different to me. They represent the 4,373 men, women, and children murdered over the past 7 years while I was in the streets doing this tragic work. These three angels represent them. And I feel as though I am just the caretaker of these awards.